All right, today I'm looking at the concept of linking and delinking, which is an internal idea about how your body connects together. And to make it more obvious, I'm going to stand on these balance, these two little balance things, so my ankle is unstable, like this, all right? So here in front of me is a heavy bag. And if I push this bag, in order to push this bag, I have to link my body and my arm together so that I'm pushing with the weight of my body and my arm right now. Okay, so I'm pushing against the ground, like that. So that's the push. Now if I push and keep that linkage, that's what happens. The bag comes back and it knocks me over. Okay, so that again. When I link and push, keep the linkage, it knocks me off the balance. So what I want to do when I'm having incoming force, so in order to generate the force forward, I want to link this all together and go forward. As soon as I feel the weight coming back, I want to delink. So see, now I'm delinked. When I'm delinked, that means that I'm letting my arm freely rotate in its socket. So rather than allowing the force to push my whole body like that because I'm holding this joint, I'm going to let the joint go so that it can do this. So when the joint is going, now it's delinked, then I can manage the weight of this bag without losing my balance, because obviously if it was to apply any significant force to me, I would fall off. There it is, I'm already falling off. So this seems like it's a pretty straightforward idea, but it's actually very difficult to do when you are in a martial arts or combat situation, because what you're doing when you're fighting is you are throwing your mass forward all the time. You're committing all your weight, you're linking your knees and your ankles and your hips and all this, and you're generating forward momentum in order to get a good hit. When you get the good hit, if you run into resistance, so while you're linked like this, you run into resistance, you're getting pushed back. Okay, so again, if we do it from here, I'm going to demonstrate this. I'm going to try to punch it from here. Okay, it's going to be pretty difficult because I'm on unstable ground. So there, and then if I'm still linked, I get pushed off. And this is ultimately when you're talking about close range fighting, like Wing Chun, we are constantly in an environment where our opponent is trying to take our balance. See, I'm trying to punch the guy, he's coming back at me, and boom, I'm linked and I'm getting knocked out of balance. It's even worse if I stand like this. This is a simulation of what it's actually like to fight, because you don't have you don't have time to really set your balance, right? You're in a frantic state, fight or flight. Your body tenses up in different ways, and all of a sudden you feel like this. You're fighting. Oh my God! I've lost my balance, right? So the training is to learn how to link and delink in real time, so that whenever a mass comes to you, see, I didn't do it. I got knocked over. I should be able to do this. Yeah, I actually absorb in my arms, and I turn my stance, and I can delink my arm so that it is able to absorb some weight. Now, I'm not going to zero. I'm not removing my arm. That's another important thing. I'm actually keeping contact with this thing, and I can do it with a finger too. It's even better, so to show I'm not holding on to it for balance. I'm just pushing it, right? So I can push with my mass. I can then delink and absorb. Push, delink and absorb. I'm using my stance. I'm sitting into my stance here. I'm getting out of the way of the bag so they can pass me. So the exercise is to learn when to link and delink, and it can be done like this. You can do it. This is more advanced on these balance things, but I've also done it without the balance things. But I got pretty good at doing it without the balance things, so now I'm working on this one, and it makes it more obvious when I make a mistake, right? So as I push this thing, as soon as I feel a little bit of pushback, it's overpowering me. I have to learn how to yield. I have to delink. Oh, there I lost my balance. So you have to go here and just let it rotate me. My goal is to become like this ball. This ball is perfect because it is hanging on a string. So if I push too much on one side, it just rotates. My goal is also to become like the ball. I also want to rotate if it pushes me in the wrong direction so that I don't fight it. Whatever I have, I can just rotate. But my advantage over this ball, or my difference as a human, is that I have these limbs. So the limbs themselves can link and delink from my center, which is the center of this ball, in order to adjust to incoming pressure. So that's the exercise here, is that I push and I absorb, and I push this way and I absorb this way, and I come back this way. I'm losing my balance a little bit, right? So now I have to really focus on keeping that balance, keeping my ankles grounded. And then a simpler version without the balance beams, you do this. You do it here, you push, you delink, you push, you delink. So when I'm pushing here, I'm not pushing with my arm, I'm pushing with my hip. Push with my hip, that's linked, and then delink. Push with my hip, linked. Now adjust my arm. You can see it from this angle. Linked, linked, delinked. Just arm, see? The hip isn't moving anymore, it's just the arm. So I can actually do this whole exercise. I can fix my hips and my knees in place. I can stand in a Wing Chun stance or one forward, one back, whatever I like. And I can just work this, it's completely delinked, right? So I can push, delink, push. And the goal is not to go forward or back with my balance. I don't want to end up doing this. I don't want to end up doing this. I want to stay straight. And whenever this object is coming to me, I want to delink my arm so that I can absorb the mass without affecting my center of gravity. I don't want this to do that.